Hey everyone, welcome to Boosted Tutor. I'm Brandon, and Dominaria pre-release is almost here, and we're continuing our little set review of every color. Today, we're doing black, and we're going to do the top 10 commons and commons, then go on to rare and mythic discussion. So, let's get started with number 10. Deathbloom Thallid. So it's 2 in a black for a 3-2. That's fine stats. I mean, hits pretty hard, dies in most things, but when it does die, you make a 1/1 sapling token. Hey, kind of replaces itself. I mean, not as good as stats, but still, Thallids are a thing. You're getting like 2 blockers out of this, basically. I mean, I like this card. I would never cut it. Would probably run multiples of it. You know, it's a nice beater. It's better than a 2/3 or something, but still, like it a lot. Number 10. Number 9, Dark Bargain. All right, so 4 mana to look at 3 cards and draw 2 of them. One goes to your graveyard, which could be good in this set. You know, there is a little bit of graveyard recursion. Does 2 damage to you, which kind of sucks, but it is at instant speed, so I really like that. End of turn of your opponent, you do this, get to look at 3 cards, get a creature or something. Now, black draw is always nice, and I like this one. It's a little expensive, that's why it's lower on the list, but I'm still going to play at least one of these, especially in sealed. All right, number 8, the Eldest Reborn. So we got our Saga here. 5 mana, a little expensive for what it does, until you get to, you know, the 3rd chapter. First chapter, opponent sacrifices a creature. Okay, probably gonna be like a sapling or something. Chapter 2, they discard a card. Well, if it's late game, they might not have any cards in hand, but you can sometimes get them there. It's all about that 3rd chapter though, because you get to return a creature or planeswalker from any graveyard and put it on the battlefield. That is totally worth the 5 mana. I kind of wish I could just skip to the 3rd one, but I mean, yeah, they can see that coming. Doesn't really matter because how much interaction with the graveyards you have. Really like this card. It's just a little expensive, a little slow, but so is sealed, so you'll be fine. Number 7, Windgrace Acolyte. All right, 4 in a black for a 3/2. Nope. With flying, it's a little better. I mean, you know, get in the air and sealed, always like that. You mill yourself for 3, which I don't really like, but can be a thing. But you also get to gain 3 life. So let's say, you know, it's late in the game, you're falling a little bit behind, 5 mana, you play this, you get a 3/2 flyer, which will die if it blocks, but it might take something out. It can attack in the air, so it can get some damage, and you gain 3 life, which, you know, isn't nothing. I think this thing does enough. That's why it's number 7, just because in sealed, you know, flyers just win you the game, and life gain is nice. Milling, depends on your deck, but, you know, a little incidental, doesn't really matter too much. All right, number 6, Knight of Malice. So 1 in a black for a 2/2 with first strike. I like that. I play that all the time. Would never cut that. Run multiples, but has hexproof from white. Awesome. Also, if any player has a white permanent, it gets +1/+0. So it's a 3/2 with first strike. That's amazing. Of course, early game you get this. Just out of control. Late game, you know, it loses a little luster, but it's still, if it's a 3/2, it's going to block really well. It's going to attack pretty good. I like this way more for draft. If this was like about draft, it'd be higher on the list. But it's sealed. I like it where it is just because, you know, early game it's great. Late game, not so much, but still really good creature. All right, number 5, Settle the Score. So we got our first bit of removal here, which there's a lot in black. 4 mana. Don't like that it's double black because, you know, can't really splash for that. I mean, you'll probably try and jam this in, but it's going to be really hard. Sorcery speed, which sucks, but you'll take what you can get. And it's exile target creature, which I don't think matters too much in this set. But, you know, hey, it could come in handy with the trick for making something indestructible. That's about all I can think of right now. Also has a little nice ability that it adds 2 loyalty counters to a planeswalker you control, which probably will come up never. But, you know, if it does, wow, that's awesome. I mean, if you have a planeswalker already, you're probably winning the game. So, you know, whatever. I like it. It's just there's better removal coming up. Number 4, Oros, the Empty One. So 4 black for a 4/3 flyer. That's not great, but I mean, 4 power in the air is really nice, especially in sealed. That's gonna hurt. The 3 toughness, it does die to a lot of things, but still, I mean, 4 power in the air, always good. And it has the awesome ability that if it hits a player, they have to discard a card at random, which is very nice. And if they can't, you get to draw a card. Oh, I love this thing. There's no downside except for the 3 toughness, which isn't that much of a downside. And still, this guy's just going to be such a beater. Really like him. 6 mana is a little bit much, but for all those stats, not too much. So that's why he's number 4. Really like him. And number 3, Vicious Offering. 1 in a black for an instant that gives -2/-2 to target creature. But if you kick it by sacrificing a creature, it gets -5/-5. Wow. Okay, so the 2 mana for -2/-2. Love that. I'm going to play that no matter what, always. The fact that you can just get them with -5/-5, oh, it's so good. I mean, there's like, so many saplings going around, so many things that can just die you don't care about, stuff you can just chump block and then use that to just make something -5/-5. It's such a good card. It's going to get you so many times. It's going to suck when it gets you. Ah, man, love this card. Number 2, more removal. Eviscerate. So it's 3 in a black, 1 black, which is very nice, very splashable, for a sorcery that destroys target creature. That's it. Nothing fancy. Just destroy target creature. Amazing and limited. You're always going to run this. I mean, not really much to say. It's boring, but gets the job done, and it's really good. And that leaves us to our number 1 card, Cast Down. 1 in a black for an instant, destroy target non-legendary creature. I mean, instant, it's cheap, and it gets so many things. Yeah, there's a lot of legendary creatures, but you're going to be able to hit so many other things with this. It doesn't matter. I mean, not everyone's going to have, 6 legendary creatures on the battlefield. They're not every creature. Like, there's just so many things you're going to be able to kill with it. Oh, man. Awesome card. Love it. Like, the most premium removals. Take it any day. Run so many of them. All right. Anyway, so that's it for the commons and commons. We're going to move on to the rares and mythics, starting off with cards I love. First off, Demon Lord Belzenluck. So 4 black for a 6/6 flying trample. Yeah, play that easily. And who just basically draws you a card. Like, automatically, he's always going to draw you a card. And then, if it's converted mana cost 4 or greater, you just do it again and lose 1 life. That's worth it. It's totally worth it. Like, you just keep going and going, or you just get 1. Either way, amazing card. You're going to play him no matter what in black. Oh, man. That's why it's mythic, but yeah, still, great card. Demon Lord Belzenluck. Next, we have Phyrexian Scriptures. So 2 black for a saga. Oh, it's a weird one. So, first chapter, put a +1/+1 counter or something, it becomes an artifact. Second chapter, destroy everything that's non-artifact. And then the last one, exile all creatures from opponent's graveyard. That one doesn't matter. So those first 2. First one, you have a creature. Whatever your best creature is, you're going to make an artifact. And give it a little bump, which is nice. And then after that, you're going to wipe the entire board except for your 1 creature. If they have artifact creatures, yeah, that's going to suck. Hopefully yours will outclass them. But, I mean, it's a board wipe that leaves you with an advantage. That's awesome. Like, you would always play that. Yeah, the only reason I would see not playing this is if they had a heavy artifact deck, but who's going to do that in Dominaria? The artifacts are even that great. So, yeah, love this card. Next card that I love is Josu Vess, Lich Night. He has 2 black for a 4/5 with Menace. I like that. I'll play that. That's a great card. But it's a kicker cost of 5 in a black. Create 8 2/2 zombie creatures with Menace. What? So basically, turn 4, pretty early, still. Well, not turn 4, but you know what I mean. You have 4 mana, you play this guy. He's like a good beater. He has high toughness, so he can block pretty good. Fine card, but late in the game, like super late in the game, if things are just stalled out, or even if you're like, it's late and you're behind, dude, he makes an entire army and just like wrecks house. Oh, this card's so good. Love this card. Play it in any black deck. Just wow. All right. And the last card that I love in black, 4, I know, right? Rite of Belzenluck. 2 black for a saga. Its first 2 chapters are you create 2 0/1 cleric tokens. All right. So if you're behind late in the game or whenever, you get some blockers. That's nice. I like that. You're just making bodies. Sure. It's all setting up for the 3rd chapter, which is you create a 6/6 flying trample token that at the beginning of your upkeep, you sacrifice another creature. If you can't, it deals 6 damage to you. All right. So you have 4 turns right there because you have 0/1s. If they haven't died, there's some stuff you can sacrifice to it. Black has a tons of ways to make sapperlings. If you're in green, even more. There you go. Awesome. There's also just incidental creatures you just, get rid of, like the fungus who, when he dies, you make a 1/1. Right there. 2 sacrifices. And yeah, he does 6 damage to you, which hurts, but you still get to attack with him. Like, you're still going to be doing damage yourself. So it just kind of becomes a race there. It's a very short race, but still, yeah, this card's awesome. I don't really see him doing damage to you that much. I mean, it is sealed, so you can't draft around it or anything. But even then, like, man, such a good card. Love this card. All right, let's move on to the cards I like, a little hesitant about. They're maybes, you know, around there. First off, Legendary Sorcery. Gotta do it. This is Yawgmoth's Vile Bargain, 4 and a black for Legendary Sorcery. And it is basically return target creature or planeswalker from any graveyard and put it on the battlefield, you know, in front of you, of course. And then destroy target creature or planeswalker, then exile it. Oh, man. All right. If I wasn't so hesitant about these, this would probably be my favorite one. This, like, it kind of sucks a little bit that it's not destroy and then return. Then you can just, you know, take their best creature, basically. But still, I mean, you're getting a creature, you're making them lose one. It's a pretty big swing. I like it. I just don't like that legendary clause. You have to have a planeswalker or a legendary creature. Not even just like enchantment or anything permanent, just creature. And that's not always going to happen. You could, like, if you don't want to get stuck with this in your hand and just not be able to cast it, and it could win you the game, because that's going to just feel bad so much. So I'm hesitant about these, especially in sealed. Don't know if they're going to happen, so we'll see. Next cycle I am hesitant about is the triple mana cycle. And this one is Dread Shade. So black, black, black for a 3/3 with pay a black. It gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Triple black for a 3/3 isn't good. And then next turn, sure, he's a 6/6, but he's just going to get chump blocked. And yeah, I mean, when he gets through, then you can pump him. But I am not excited about this card at all. I don't really like it, especially since you can't, you know, splash for it or having like an even 2-color deck. It has to be mainly black. Just not feeling this card. Yeah, you can still run him. He'll be fine if you're heavy black, of course, but not excited by this one at all. Next, we have Khazra Singer Pureblood. This guy is 5 black, black for a 4/4 flyer. That's not good, but does have an interesting clause. Whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, he gets +1/+1 counter on him. So it's counters. That's nice. Anytime just, you know, something happens in combat, or if you're playing red and burn, you know, he gets +1/+1 counters, and he has the ability of 3 in a red, see, deal 2 damage to target creature. So it can just kill creatures, no matter like what it's doing. If it kills it, it still gets the counters because that damage was dealt. It can just, you know, post combat help out to kill something, just make blocking and attacking bad for your opponent. Just, he does a lot of work. He's just 7 mana, which in sealed, you can do that. You can get to 7 pretty regularly, but ooh. And you have to be black-red, which kind of sucks. So, I mean, you can splash for the red. It's not too hard. It's just this guy, I don't know about. It's just that's 7 mana. That's a lot. And it's only a 4/4 flyer. So he can get out of hand pretty quickly. And he has evasion. There you go. All right. And our last one is Togar Famine Incarnate. So 6 black, black for a 7/6. That's not very good. Doesn't have any evasion, nothing. Has the ability that if you sacrifice a creature, he costs 2 generic less. So if we sacrifice 3 creatures, he's black, black. Ooh, black, black for a 7/6. I mean, costs you 3 creatures, but also has the ability that when it comes into play, target player's life total is half of what they started with, rounded down. All right, so that's weird, right? So it wouldn't just be 10. So if your opponent's higher, you take them down to 10. If you're lower, take you up to 10. It's weird. It's a weird card. It's a very weird card. And I don't really like it because no evasion. So that kind of sucks. If maybe like start off the game super fast, got some saplings, and you played this for 2. Yeah, that's good, but I don't know. Not excited about this card at all. And now onto the card I say do not play. That one's pretty easy. Is Lich's Mastery. So first off, 3 black, black. Really hard to play. 6 mana, triple black. For a legendary enchantment with hexproof. All right, cool. Has so many other abilities. You can't lose the game. All right, I like that. That's fine. That could be worth it. Whenever you gain life, draw that many cards. Ooh, okay, I like that. Got to prioritize life gain a little bit. Just in black, not that much of it. Just life link, right? I guess the flyer, but whatever. Whenever you lose life, for each 1 life you lost, exile a permanent you control or a card from your hand or graveyard. Ouch. So here, getting rid of permanents you control or cards from your hand, that doesn't sound good, just for each 1 life. So if someone hits you for 5, that's a lot of things. And then when it leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. So eventually, if you take enough damage, you exile this and you lose the game. Gross. Like, what is the point of this? Just, you can't lose right now, but you're eventually going to. And then draw cards for gaining life? So I really want to be getting a lot of life, basically, with this deck that this goes into. No, don't play this card. It's not good. I'm sorry if you open it, because it is the worst. All right, there we go. Done with black. I really like it. Tons of removal. Some pretty cool creatures, especially the demons that are flying everywhere. Oh, man. So excited for Dominaria. If you want to follow me on Twitter, booster_tutor, and see you next draft.